Hi, I'm Erin Harrison coming to you from the Los Angeles Convention Center at IT Expo. Here today with Mark Robbins from the SIP Forum and John Nicolopoulos from Sagem Interstar. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you both here today.
Great to be here.
So, why in 2010 are we talking about fax when we thought that that was something email would replace?
Well, it's surprising, but everybody thought that fax had a short life left to it. But the reality is that fax is alive and well. And some of the drivers that are sustaining fax as an application to transmit documents between enterprises are the federal regulations like HIPAA and Sarbanes-Oxley. So fax, the use of fax has remained fairly steady throughout the years. And one of the things that's really injecting some growth into the space is the migration from TDM to IP. We've seen a lot of evolution with respect to voice applications, video applications. We're seeing the same sort of migration going on with fax in the form of fax over IP.
Okay.
So, actually the use of and the purchase of fax over IP technology is growing very, very well. It's on a growth trend of about 40%, I would say. Right?
It is, and I just want to add as well, fax has remained relevant because it's kept up with the times, in fact. I mean, if you look at some of the key trends in the IT telecom space over the last few years, SIP, that's why Mark is here. SIP is such an important protocol, important application, infrastructure, platform. Fax has played into that trend. If you look at virtualization technologies, for example, some of the new VoIP server software applications that are out there are consistent with some of these green initiatives. And also, probably most importantly, also the ubiquity of mobility applications. Being able to receive fax on your BlackBerry or your iPhone and so forth, I mean, some of the new deployments have enabled that as well. So again, fax has really kept up with the times. It's a pretty resilient technology.
Absolutely.
So elaborate on the interop issues and talk about John's role as the founding member of the VoIP task force.
Well, the problem that we're encountering right now is with the transition to IP, there are interoperability issues among the deployment of fax over IP, specifically around the T.38 standard. So what we're discovering, what we suspect, is that reliability issues surrounding fax over IP is causing some enterprises to hold back to some extent on their migration to IP, or at least in terms of adopting fax over IP solutions. And the SIP Forum basically looks at areas that has SIP at its core, where there are interop issues.
Okay.
And forms task groups, working groups that focus on the problems at hand with the goal of coming up with a technical recommendation that involves an industry consensus. All of the vendors, all of the service providers joining together to come up with a universal solution for the industry as a whole. And right now, the work in progress involves a formal problem statement that the SIP Forum has just published.
Okay.
And that outlines basically, the issues that we are all in agreement about that involves fax over IP.
Okay.
The next step for us is to come up with guidelines and rules and a recommendation that has solutions to fix the problems that we've identified. Sagem Interstar is one of the founding participants and members of our fax over IP task group. And, the company is working with a host of other companies in this initiative to develop a solution.
Okay. I just want to add that we're fully committed to what Mark is trying to do through the SIP Forum. We've invested quite a large sum of money into our own infrastructure with regards to interoperability, so we're very serious about that. We don't work with third-party players. We really focus on doing detailed interoperability certification within our own labs up in Montreal. So we're fully committed to the effort, and we're pleased as to how things are evolving on the interoperability front at the standards level. We fully support all the efforts within the
And tell me, who are you guys hoping to interact with while you're at IT Expo?
All of the major players that are involved in the space. Dialogic is here in a big way, and they're one of the major technology providers for fax over IP.
Okay.
We've partnered with all the major UC players, whether it be Avaya, Cisco, and so forth. So we have a few meetings set up with them this week as well. I'll be speaking about fax over IP survivability, which is yet another dimension of fax over IP, which has allowed fax again to continue to remain relevant and up to date with all the changes in the industry. So I welcome everyone to drop by at that talk tomorrow afternoon, actually tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, thank you both for taking the time to chat with me today. This is Erin Harrison at the Los Angeles Convention Center at IT Expo.